Well, hello. Just wanted to do a quick little, where's the fly in here? Progress report. 3 months now.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Psyched Substance. In today's video, I'm gonna talk all about my testosterone therapy. You guys have been asking for an update. You want to know how it's going. You want to see some results. So why not give the people what they want? I didn't really want to talk about this yet, even though it has been 3 months since I started injecting my butt cheek with testosterone, because I frankly wanted to show a more impressive before and after. Even though, like, without tooting my own horn, I think what I've achieved is pretty cool. I mean, I have had steadfast dedication, barely missing a workout day, being on point with my diet. Sometimes I even wake up in the middle of the night to eat some protein. So just to break down what I've been doing, I have been injecting on average 200 milligrams of testosterone per week. For a while, I dropped it down to 175. We're back at the 200 milligram mark. I think for me, at least in like a muscle building context, 200 milligrams is the sweet spot. And this is pretty much the highest someone would want to go with a TRT dose. Now, if I wasn't, God damn that giant fly. That is like the mother of flies. I hope it flies in front of the camera so you guys can see this asshole that's been distracting me for days. Why don't I just kill him? Why don't I? I'll just tolerate the little bugger. If I wasn't interested in building muscle and I was just trying to replace my natural testosterone, like, this is full disclosure of me talking here, I'd probably be doing like 100, 120. That would be sufficient for, bringing me back to probably optimal testosterone levels. I am doing the high end of TRT because, full disclosure, I'm interested in building muscle too. Otherwise, I wouldn't be taking this much. So those of you interested in TRT who are just trying to, like, say you're hypogonadal, like I was pretty much hypogonadal before I started. So this wasn't something that I took or that I was intending to take. Like, I thought I had high testosterone, and then I went, thanks to More Plates, More Dates, Mr. Derek's advice, I got all of my blood levels checked, and it turned out I had abysmal levels of testosterone, and then I was like, shit, I have been feeling horrible. I've got no energy. My erections have been soft and squishy. Maybe I actually do have low T. So then I started taking the testosterone, and then I was like, oh, my erections are as hard as a steel fucking rod. I guess that was the issue. I also, on top of that, learned that my iron was abysmal. We're talking a 7 ferritin level, and I think men are between, like, at the lowest 40 to like 350 or 400, and I was at 7. You can actually start getting heart palpitations, and you'll find yourself having naps in the middle of the day with iron that low, as well as having no energy, massively high anxiety. So it's remarkable that I didn't have any of those symptoms whatsoever, just really tired. And I've since been taking an iron supplement, so it turns out that I was really bad in those 2 factors. I am anemic, so I got no iron, I'm anemic over here, and I got no testosterone. So I have been supplementing with both to get my health in check. Now, a lot of you guys are also curious about the kratom, because I did mention that part of the reason of me wanting to take the testosterone was as a new crutch to get off a drug, hop off one to hop on another, even though I was clinically low in T, and it's arguable if I really, needed it. I mean, there was other things I could have done to raise my T. It's also potentially the kratom's fault that my testosterone was lower to begin with. It's all that is also arguable. It can be dismantled that, the kratom really had nothing to do with it. Different sources suggest different things. There is something called opioid-induced hypogonadism, but there are certain opioid compounds, kratom potentially being one of them, that are not found to induce these symptoms in its users. But again, everything is case and user specific. So, goddamn, these bright lights are attracting him. So, I have read, I think, 2 reports of people taking kratom who got their testosterone tested, and they were hypogonadal, and they believe it was due to the kratom. Things such as mitragynine, truginin, mitragynine and 7-hydroxymitragynine. There we go. Got it. The 2 alkaloids mainly responsible for the effects of kratom are selective and full agonists of the U subtype opioid receptor. By the way, I absolutely love this totally off topic. This little iPad mini. I bought one of these. I splurged and I got it. And I love this fucking thing with this pen that sticks on the side. Oh, if you want to use the camera, you can just flip and it, like, oh my God. I love this thing. Anyway, selling iPads aside, I probably should point out that this pump cover, I mean, it's not intended to be a pump cover, but this actual new Psych Substance sweater is available at the shop. We actually got these made by accident. What happened was we had some that were sent in with the hoods that were too tight. Like, I mean, like really too tight. So we actually sent them to a seamstress, cut them all like this, basically making them into pump covers. Like, that's what it looks like. This thing is sick. It also looks really good on girls, and Kelsey's gonna model one for you in just a minute. So how does it feel? Is it comfy?
It is so comfortable.
Lies.
I love it.
You're paid to say that.
No.
So if you guys do want to pick this up, I think we got like 80 of these by accident, and basically we're not making any money off selling them because of how much it costs to get this professionally done. They're probably not going to show up again unless you guys like really like this style of sweater. It's got the little bunny pocket here. You know, not the bunny pocket, like the kangaroo pouch. It's a good workout sweater. I actually dig this. I like this design better than the other one, and it's probably just because my neck and traps look really nice in it. So head on over to psychsubstance.shop to pick up one of the 80 available. They also fit a size up. Like, this is a large and it fits me perfectly, and I'm pretty short, so like a medium is a good size for me. If you're a girl, for some reason, they work fine. Like, a small is pretty much a small for a girl, so they're basically sized for women. Anyway, back to the video. I'm gonna first go over the physical side effects, the physical transformation. Now, keep in mind that this is from me working out strictly, knowing exactly, well, as much as I could know about my body type and how to train for my body, training with intensity, and I've been eating on average anywhere from 5 to 800 or 900 more calories a day depending on the day. That's massive. Even that calorie spike alone, if someone's training naturally, they are going to see an increase in size. Maybe not the good kind of muscle size. They're going to get some fat, which I've gotten too, but that hike in calories alone is going to make someone bigger. So keep in mind these results are both due to the TRT and my diet taking a massive change, and largely thanks to the TRT, my workouts have become much more intense. I've also learned just from watching a lot of motivational workout videos how crazy intense a lot of these bodybuilders train, and I never trained like that before. And we're talking about eating with a good frequency. Like, I was eating some days every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I mess up and I take 4, but the days where I'm really freaking hungry, I'm actually eating protein every 2 hours, like a true bodybuilder. And you're also seeing somebody who went from training like a complete loser with a total absence of intensity to now training like beyond failure on most lifts. So these results aren't just TRT. I really want to point that out and highlight them. I mean, they are, chemically speaking. The only other thing I've taken is creatine, which I often forget to take, so it's debatable whether it's even in my system or not. But yeah, so what you're seeing, it's not like I'm just injecting this testosterone in my ass and then like working out the same half-assed way that I worked out before the testosterone. I have taken everything up to total new heights, and that is, I think, largely why you're seeing these results. And some of you guys don't believe my results, which I take as a massive compliment. It means I'm doing something right over here. Oh, thank you guys. Just because I have gained 35 pounds. I mean, it might not be exactly 35. It's anywhere from like 32 to 35, 36, somewhere in that ballpark range of fucking poundage since before I started. I was 138 and now I'm like 170 something. That is massive. 138 pounds. Like, I was 135 on days when I wasn't really eating too much. To hike up to 170 for my height, I am 5'4.5". If I'm lucky. I mean, some days, maybe if I get enough sleep and my spine stretches enough while I'm laying down, I might be 5'5", but like, I'm a short dude. 5'5", 5'4", whatever I am, I'm fucking short. You can see in the Shambhala videos, basically all the dudes are towering above me. In fact, that video makes me look even smaller because I'm somehow interviewing all of the tallest motherfuckers. Anyway, I don't give a shit. Totally cool with my height. I like who I am. I'm not saying this because I'm insecure. I used to be, not anymore, but I'm trying to point out that I'm a little dude. So me packing on 30 to 35 pounds of water retention. I mean, just kidding. A lot of it is water. That's what the testosterone does. It makes you retain more water, which makes your muscles look more fuller. But there is some lean tissue accrual going on here. And of course, some fat. But I would say the fat is minimal because I still have visible abs. I arguably had maybe slightly more visible abs before. Maybe I've gone up a few percent in body fat, but nothing over the top crazy. A lot of this really is lean tissue and water weight, which is wild. But when you see just how bulky I look, and I mean, maybe some of you won't think I'm bulky, but if you look at me before versus now, 3 months on testosterone and eating like a horse, well, what I consider a horse, my results are pretty good. But I look this big because we're talking 30 pounds packed on a little 5'5", 5'4" frame is going to make me look like a goddamn beefcake. I'm a butterball. Well, not a butterball. That's the wrong thing. Yeah, beefcake is the right word to use. I'm beefy as fuck, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling big. So let's just run that clip.
Well, hello. Just wanted to do a quick little, where's the fly in here? Progress report. 3 months now on the testosterone. This is the results. Got a bit of a muscle pump going on right now. Nothing but biceps, just a bicep pump.
I'm not delusional. I don't think I look amazing by any means, but for a natural dude, I've got some good muscle size going on. And I built this on hypogonadal levels of testosterone? What the actual fuck?
Nothing but biceps, just a bicep pump. Just isolated those. Yeah. Would you go away, fly? Come on, man. Signature hat. What do you think? I should film the videos like this, just in my hat. Anyway, that is that.
That's not even like me trying to look impressive. I'm not flexing at all there. I didn't like manipulate the lights. I could have put the lighting coming down from the top to give me down lighting, which would have made everything, abs and all that shit look really etched out. Well, my abs aren't that great right now, but you know what I mean. It would have made me look bigger. But I'm just showing you guys in this normal lighting where the light's literally straight on me, not trying to look impressive at all. And I still think, you know, for me, like some people wouldn't find this impressive whatsoever, but for me and for what I came from, I think this is a pretty sweet transformation. Like I am personally hyped with these results. I like it. I like looking beefy. I like looking bigger. I wasn't liking my skinny ass face before. I like having some meat on me. I don't know. I feel more confident and comfortable in my skin looking this way. I'm going to do another video probably to try to milk this where like I flex and I've got the good lighting and I show you guys just like how crazy I can make this look. But I just wanted to make this real quick, and that's the footage that I had from like a week ago. And I've been gaining size so fast. I'm probably even bigger than that now. That's crazy. Like honestly, every week I'm getting bigger. At least a pound or 2 a week. I don't know when this is going to stop. Hopefully never. I'm just going to milk this forever. It's probably going to stop at some point. And when that happens, I'll have a choice to make. Either I continue grinding away and keep the TRT dose at like what I think is the maximum safe, effective TRT dose, or maybe I'll raise it back to 250 to see if I can milk out some more gains. That's considering I want to get bigger. I haven't decided what I want right now because the results are still pouring in. So it's like, why would I change it? I mean, I might because I'm crazy, but we'll see. Or I would look into adding something very light, you know, not like trend, nothing crazy like that. We're talking about maybe whatever the absolute safest thing I could add in the lowest quantities, but you know, I'm just shooting ahead. What I'm saying is I'm enjoying this process of training and getting stronger and bigger, and it feels good. I have always dreamt of, you know, I've always looked up to Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of the first books I had at 15 was the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding, and now we know that he never actually really trained that way, except for maybe like a month or 2 contest out, but he gained all his bulk and size through different means of training, which is great because his workouts are absolutely fucking insane and no one should ever perform them. But yeah, I've always had this goal. Like when I was younger, I was huge into working out, and it feels like now, even just with these TRT doses, I'm able to pack on size in a way that I never thought possible. And a lot of you guys would look at this and you'd be like, Adam, what's wrong with you? Psychedelics are supposed to dismantle, abolish the ego. And here you are doing something that is, in its nature, rising that ego up, building it up block by block, making it bigger and stronger, literally. Well, to hell with that noise. We are here. We have an ego for a reason. You could even argue we incarnated into this existence for the sole purpose of having an ego, because if we didn't have one, we'd be back to being everything, and that's where we were before we got here. Yeah, I'm embracing the journey. I don't see anything wrong with what I'm doing. I mean, health-wise, you could argue that I could take a safer TRT dose, but I've been closely monitoring my blood pressure, my resting heart rate, which definitely has risen a little bit, which also some of the rising, though, is because I stopped doing daily jogging because I'm just way too fucking fat. Well, I'm too heavy to do it now. I could still jog, but it would impede on my muscle growth, so my heart was really like strong. Like I had a resting rate of like 45 beats a minute because I was running almost every day. And now that I've stopped, your heart rate's going to go up because you're not training your heart daily anymore. Just like a muscle, if you stop training that muscle, like the heart is a muscle, right? You stop training your biceps, they're going to shrink. So my resting heart rate is gone up both because of being on the testosterone and because I'm not running anymore. But it's still nowhere near dangerous levels. Like I was 45 and now I think my average is like 60. Which I think is pretty damn good still. 60 to be on TRT and no longer running at all. It's actually really no different than when I was off the testosterone and I wasn't exercising. My heart rate was higher. When I was taking amphetamines, I was averaging like 70 to 80 at least. So my heart rate is still good. Blood pressure is still pretty much the same. It might have gone up like 5 on just the first number. The second one dropped. I think I'm averaging like 130 over 70. It varies. Regardless, I'm in the healthy range. Nothing dangerous there. I'm also getting my blood work done because this testosterone is prescribed by a doctor. So we're monitoring everything. In fact, I'm probably more healthy now because through doing this, I learned that my iron was super low, and I've since mitigated it, and I've been taking iron supplements. I need to get some new blood work because since seeing how low it was, I haven't got another test. I'm basically doing blood work every 2 months. So we're going to do another test real soon, and we're going to see where I'm at. Might do an update video talking about that. As for the feelings, a lot of you guys want to know how I feel and whether I've quit the kratom, which I haven't talked about. So let's talk about kratom first. I have not quit the kratom, but I'm so close. I have actually learned through some trips why I use drugs like kratom. It's being transparent, being authentic here, being vulnerable. It is because I lack connection in my life, like just straight up. I don't currently have a lot of friends that I speak to because I think this happens to a lot of people. You get a family, you get really busy with work, and then everything's so overwhelming and everyone else needs you, and friends just go on the back burner until you don't really talk to anybody. So I'm really lacking connection in my life, and I found that when that connection feels stronger, that's when I start taking kratom less, and that's even when I'll go through stints of not taking it. But then when that connection dwindles and I feel like I am just a lone island here all by myself, I start trying to supplement that connection in doing drugs like kratom. I'm trying to build an artificial feeling of self-love, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's not like the kratom makes me run away from my feelings. I mean, it does that too, but for me, these drugs, they help me to kind of just feel okay with where I'm at. Like they stop me from feeling like I'm lacking. Like I take it and I'm all of a sudden like my anxiety goes down and I feel good. But what I'm saying is when I've had moments of stronger connections, even recently since being on the testosterone, I've had moments of feeling like more connected to people and stuff. And I'll dramatically stop. I'll even stop kratom. I won't take it that day. And it's like I have very little, if any, need for it. So really what it is, it's a supplementation for me for a lack of the connection that I am, yearning for on some level. And I'm denying myself. I have been denying. This is a huge revelation I've had recently. I've been denying myself those connections because I've been putting things like work ahead of it when I should really be focusing on the stuff that we evolutionarily are designed to need as fucking human beings. And we're social creatures and we need that connection. So, it's interesting. A lot of people find themselves doing drugs like opioids heavier and heavier because what happens is since you're now addicted to something, you will choose your addiction over friends. And then it has like this compounding, cascading effect where now, because you don't have friends, you want to use the opioids more. And it makes you want to use them more because you have that connection that you're missing. So you're looking for it in the drug more. And then you get heavier and heavier and heavier into your use cycle. And then you feel like you can never get out of it. And this happens to a lot of people. I'm not alone here. I think in just uncovering this, I'm real close to kicking it. See, the thing is, when I kick it this time, it's got to be for good. I'm done with these merry-go-round going back and forth. It's got to be for good. I have had some successful tapers lately, and then I'll go through periods of lack of connection. Now that I'm able to like monitor what my trigger is, and then I start using again. And you would think that just knowing that it's due to connection, that would help me mitigate my use, like control it to the point where it's no longer high. And keep in mind what I consider high, most people don't consider high. For me, high is taking 10 grams total a day through multiple small doses, which I think is high. That's about the highest I'll hit. I consider it good if I'm doing like 5 or less a day. But ideally, I want to be on 0 because it's not good for me. And I am so close. I'm almost there. So when I talk about a lot of you guys are tired of me talking about kratom, but that's just my journey right now. So me talking about how I feel on testosterone, you got to keep in mind that I'm still in this kratom battle, which is really creating like this layer, this film over top of my potential results. Like it's clouding them. So it's hard for me to sit here and tell you that I feel better or worse or, because I've still got this stupid kratom going on. And now I remember. That's why I was putting off doing this video. I didn't want to film the video until I was done with the kratom. But we're 3 months into the testosterone, and I'm almost there. I can confidently say that. Knock on the wood. So yeah. So, but that aside, let's just pretend that film isn't covering any results for the time being. I have noticed definitely more confident, which, ties into feeling happy, but like I am so much more confident now in many things, like whether it's social confidence, whether it's even things that used to give me anxiety, like talking on the phone. Like it still does. I hate the phone, but it's getting less and less. I am definitely feeling that like, that boost where I just feel more comfortable being me and less worried about other people's judgments, which is real damn neat. It's a cool effect. It has definitely helped my confidence in regards to not taking things so personally, I would say. It's neat. The effects are really interesting, and I really wish that I could touch more on the actual mood-enhancing effects. But again, I would be lying if I was going to try to point them out because it is too mixed in with the kratom use still. So later date, we'll touch on that. Definitely, confidence is huge. Then competence. Like I said, I was having some softer erections before. Still definitely had no problem getting horny before, even with low T. I'm just a horny motherfucker. But now it's like, I don't understand why some people think that if you take testosterone, it's going to make your dick not work, because mine works fantastic. It works way better. It's harder, which also makes it, look better. I mean, like, what's going to look better? A kind of soft, kind of hard penis, or like a... Like it's good, man. I'm feeling good. I mean, there's definitely some ball shrinkage, but like I had massive balls before. They could use to come down a few notches. I have no issues with the ball shrinkage whatsoever. Now I've got normal balls. Let's see what else. What else do you guys want to know? Oh, another topic that I'm going to forget is how it affects substances. Drugs feel so different now. Like weed, I had stopped smoking weed for over a year because it was causing heightened paranoia in me, and it was just making me feel really uncomfortable and scared. And now, most nights actually, I'm smoking weed before bedtime because it not only helps me sleep, but it's like, it gives me, I know weed's very trippy for me still, so it gives me kind of like a mini trip before going to bed. It helps me actually have new insights. Like it's been beneficial. I'm gaining new insights. I'm looking at problems from a different perspective. Just all the things that I get from psychedelics, I'm getting from weed. I don't know about socially. I haven't had the chance to use it socially. Never really liked it socially, but in the evenings it's good. I've done LSD. LSD is different. I think just that confidence that I'm talking about translates into psychedelics, where I feel like I can handle them better. So my trips are better. I've only had one real acid trip since doing it, and it wasn't an intense trip. I've had an intense mushroom trip that you guys saw. I did the video on it, and I was able to handle that way better than I was in the past. I haven't really tried anything like DMT. I don't know if I will, because like I said, I'm on a break from that for a while. But I do plan to have a more intense acid trip, and we'll see if I can handle that and how that changes, or how other drugs change. Like I'm curious if it would affect things like MDMA. I feel like it would. I might do a video on that to see if MDMA actually affects me favorably now, because it hasn't for a long time. But yeah, I personally, and this is an effect a lot of people aren't going to really be paying attention or care about, but me, like this is my thing. I do the drug testing. I found it fascinating how these drugs now affect me different, because I have a different balance of hormones in my body, which also, keep in mind, this could also have to do with the iron that I've been building back up, which was low, which would have affected my mood as well. So it's not just testosterone. I got to be careful, and I kind of want to temper this with a warning that it's not all fun, rainbows, sunshine, and games. I don't want to make it seem like I'm this big TRT advocate or I'm advertising for it because it's really a life choice. If I were to stop injecting now, I mean, it's only been 3 months, so there's hope for me now. I mean, at best, I might go back to my shitty levels, but considering my levels were so crap, say I'm doing this for a couple of years and then I stop, I'm in for some trouble. I mean, I could try HCG, we could do, Clomid and all those things to try to boost my gonadal function back into regular, well, what was regular for me, production values, but it's going to be a tough recovery road if I get off it. And I mean, I might at some point. I don't know. I can't say anything as definitely in for sure. I make the mistake in my life doing that sometimes, and I don't want to make that mistake anymore. So who knows? Maybe I'll go off it one day. It's going to be real tough to recover back to normal, especially now with like my new baseline going up. This is something that you got to do forever. And, a lot of people have an issue with that, and there's side effects. It can affect sperm count. It can make some men impotent, which if you want to have kids, definitely not good news bears, bro. There's other side effects too. I promise there are. I can't remember them at the moment because I've been too busy talking about all the positives, but there's definitely others. And you also got to keep in mind, me talking about these positive effects is also because I was so low before. So it's not like I was already at a good level, right? And now it's like boosted me higher. It's arguable if I would be experiencing, such profound effects if I was at a good level. I think because I was so low, the difference between being like here and here is bigger than if I was here and now it's here. Do you get what I'm saying? So the lower you are, the more you're going to feel raising back up. And it's just logic. So I think because of that, the effects are more pronounced for me. So I do want to make that clear because the last thing I want is for people to watch this video and to think they're going to see my muscular results, because if they do it, which you're really not, like my results, 35 pounds of muscles in 3 months on TRT, that's rare. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but you're not going to find many cases of people packing on that much muscle. And it largely has to do with my diet, training, and genetics. Like all of that aside, you could train and have the same diet as me. And if you don't have the same genetics, you're not going to get those results. I'm sure there are people with better genetics than me. Mine aren't great. I think they're decent, they're good, but they're not great genetics. And those people will even get bigger. But even just having good genetics, I feel, like I think it's less common than it is common. Yeah, it's more uncommon if I can learn how to speak. For example, I've never shown you guys me at 15. In fact, I was saying on my Instagram, we have a new Instagram, by the way. The other one got deleted and they're not bringing it back. So I've only got 6,000 followers. We're building up slow. So if you want to see my workout progress, that's where I post it. Follow Instagram. It's Adam is Psyched. Any other Instagram account is a scam. There's a lot of scammers pretending to be me and stealing people from their money. So again, there's a link in the video description. It's Adam is Psyched is the Instagram. There's a picture of me going like this on the cover. Just so you know it's me. Well, actually, no, someone could steal that picture. Fuck. You know what I mean. Just follow the link and then you'll get there. And if you want to see me posting updates, I post them on there. Jesus fucking Christ, I just checked and I've been talking so much longer than I anticipated. This is a long video. If you guys stuck around for this whole video, thank you. But yeah, follow the Instagram for more updates. I'm going to do another update video, hopefully when I quit the Kratom so I can talk more about the mood. A lot of you guys seem to think that my mood is better, and I think it is. Like, maybe it's a little bit better. It is hard to say the mood thing. But like I said, confidence definitely affects mood. I would say that's the biggest thing I've noticed though, is increased degree of confidence, which does translate into a better mood. But it's not like things like amphetamine, because it's a hormone. It's not the same. With amphetamine, you feel really good right away, and you feel like this euphoric boost. Like, it's not like that. It's more a natural feeling. I mean, it's testosterone. Your body naturally makes it. Anyway, let's cut this video off. If I want to talk more, we'll do another video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Remember to check out psychsubstance.shop to order this. They're going to ship out right away. There's no pre-order. Just order this, pump cover, sweatshirt. Got about 80 of those, so we'll make your order soon if you want one. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Cheers, everybody.
Psyched.
Now you'll have to watch this video to see yourself in it.
Woo!
I feel like I have to introduce you. This is my nanny.
Hey, everyone.
Modeling the new
Psyched.
sweater. She's getting psyched. So how does it feel? Is it comfy?
It is so so comfortable.
Lies.
I love it.
You're paid to say that.
No, it's so comfy. I don't want to take it off. Whoa. Ooh. But these are fun. They have pockets.
Yeah, they have pockets.
Enchanting.
Oh, there you go. You look like some kind of... It looks like a queen's gown.
Very nice. Psychedelic. I'm psyched. Very fun.
Okay, I think that's good.
Nice.